Hey guys, welcome along back to Leeds United Hot Takes, this series, of course, where we go through all of your takes surrounding Leeds, whether that be on the latest match day, the latest team news, player news, injury news, anything surrounding Leeds, and we have a little discussion. Maybe we agree on some things, maybe we disagree, maybe we just need to bring it out to the wider public to see what you guys have to say about it. As always, if you do want to get involved in all of these videos, make sure you check out my Twitter down below. We tweet out after every single match day asking for your hot takes and the same on the YouTube community tab as well. And the first hot take is coming out of everything LUFC. Leeds fans love to complain again. We are dominant. 1 goal conceded and 4 out of 5 clean sheets. Farke has lost his best players and done a decent job replacing them. We won a comfortable 2-0 game, and Farke is definitely the man for the job, as he's clearly capable of getting 90 plus points. Now, I do want to dissect this a little bit. First of all, fans complaining again, we are dominant. That is the first point I would disagree with. I would not necessarily say Leeds United are dominant. We dominate a lot of possession of the ball, but that does not make us a dominant side. I think we should be a dominant side with the players that we have at our disposal. However, unfortunately, the way we play the game is actually sometimes a little bit predictable, and when sides sit off against us and give us a lot of the possession, it could give you the illusion that Leeds are the dominant side in the game. But in reality, if we're going sideways and backwards and we're not actually cutting these sides open when we have the opportunity to, are we really being that dominant? That's the question I want to ask you. Now, what I will agree with is that Farke has lost his best players, and it is going to take a little while to rebuild some of these styles of play that he wants to, and of course get players comfortable in the side. Solomon has just gone out with an injury. Ramadzani's just started his first game for Leeds United. Tanaka is going to need time to adjust himself to the league, as is Schmidt. You know, we've lost Archie Gray, who's been at the club for his entire life. We've lost Somerville, who's been at the club for 4 or 5 years. We lost Rutter, who's been here for 2 or 3. We lost some of our most established players. So it is going to take a little while to rebuild things. I do agree with that. And you believe that Farke is definitely the man for the job. And I can't sit here and disagree with you off of a small sample size. My only question is he playing these players that he signed correctly? Is he playing them in the right positions? Is he giving them the right license to go forward and create and do what we need? These are questions that need to be asked, and that is something I would definitely say I disagree with you on. I don't believe we're dominant, and I do believe he could be using these new players that he signed a little bit better and a little bit more consistently, making changes before the 70th minute mark. As for us getting 90 points, everything LUFC, I hope so. But last season, the way we capitulated at the end and the way that we have less creative players this year and we're starting to see early telltale signs, it's more hopeful optimism from me than to say he is definitely going to do that. The second one we got coming in from Mip Sikul. We ain't getting top 2, that's for sure. Devoid of quality and goals. Definitely devoid of goals and definitely devoid of creative quality, I would say. Now, to say we're devoid of quality in general, I would disagree with, because Manor Solomon is a cut above 99% of the players in this league. I think Ramadzani, we saw it against Cardiff when he's given license to go forward, when he's given an opportunity to run at players, is different gravy. Wilfred Gnonto, yes, his form hasn't reached the levels that we want him to reach, is still an astonishingly high quality player on his day and has the quality to break down any side that he sees fit. So I wouldn't say that we're lacking quality. Even Joseph and Aronson have definitely high level championship quality in this side. Do we have that creative 10 to break a side down? No. Do we have a team style of play in terms of quality, in terms of our quality in the final third and creating killer chances? No, I don't believe we do. And do we have a killer goal scoring quality in front of goal? No, I don't believe we have shown that this year. I do believe Joseph can grow into that, and I do also believe that Patrick Bamford could have a key role to play in that, and even Joel Perreault off the bench. So I'm not sure I 100% agree with this, but I will say we are definitely devoid of goals and goal-scoring opportunities, that's for sure. Next one we got coming in from Kieran Burkett. We've got to question the style of play this season. Without Somerville and Jorginho's flair to see anymore, he's got a team of decent players, no flair. This is kind of similar to Mipsicle's point earlier about the fact that we don't have any quality in the side. What I will say is last year we were very, very, very reliant on individual talent. We didn't have any style of play to break teams down. It was all based on what one individual could do in terms of dragging us out of the fire, in terms of getting us a goal that we didn't deserve, getting us points that we really shouldn't have got against the run of play. And Somerville and Jorginho Rutter were those two men. And if it wasn't for those two, we wouldn't have got anywhere near that illustrious 90-point mark that everyone seems to be raving about. We wouldn't have got anywhere near the top 2. We might have just about scraped into the top 6, to be honest with you, because people underestimate how many games Somerville and Rutter single-handedly won us last year. People like to look back as if Leeds were this swashbuckling side. We were at times, but there was probably about 50% of those games where we were pulled out of the fire. Now, you could argue a lot of sides are their best players within the games. That is true. But it was a serious issue with Leeds United last year when we came up against defensive sides, and we're starting to see telltale signs of that this year. Do I think Solomon and Ramadzani could turn into those kind of players? Not of the same ilk, but maybe just enough to get us through. I do kind of see, and you got to give it a little bit more time, I would say, Kieran, in terms of some of the new players we have signed. Dave Wimpy. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I think I'm going to blur that word. There. But fair enough, yes. And the next one we got coming in is from Leeds is 27. Odu F off. Away win, 3 points, clean sheet. It's plastic Bielsa. Not gonna say that, like you, that embarrass all Leeds fans on social media with their clueless, self-important pontificating BS, for want of a better word. Well, what can I say, mate? I'm here to give my opinion. You guys are here to give yours. If I don't like the fact that he's making changes, I'm going to ask the questions, mate. I'm not even giving the answers. I'm just here to ask the questions. If you don't like the questions, you don't like the questions, man. It's quite a funny one. And listen, that's the name of the game, mate. Everyone's here to give their opinion. You're here to give your opinion. Some things people like, some things people don't like. I don't agree with people jumping on and necessarily abusing people, which is maybe the lane you're targeting. Maybe you think that's what I'm going for, but listen, that is something that it's a very interesting read. The next one we got coming in from Rich Bray, aka Richie B 54321. Obviously, people didn't see us in the 80s when we were really shit, or when we swapped and changed managers after 2004. Be careful what you wish for. One Powell conceded in the opening. Okay, the grammar on this isn't quite 100% correct. I believe he means 1 goal conceding since the opening day, 4 clean sheets out of 5, and his 2 best players sold the week before the season started. I don't disagree with anything that you're saying there. Obviously, we saw the merry-go-round of managers that we had throughout 2004 until Bielsa, pretty much, where we were going through, especially under Massimo Solino, more managers than court cases, which was really saying something given his track record when he was at Leeds United. But those were times when we had less quality players, we had less quality infrastructure, we had less money, we had a less quality ownership regime. So it's not really a great comparison to make compared to today's modern day of Leeds United, compared to the players that we have at our disposal. We should be doing a lot better than we are. Now, that's not to say I agree that we should be chopping and changing at the first idea or the first opportunity to, but these are things you have to keep in mind. Yes, he's lost his best 2 players, but you have to keep in mind pattern recognition. Are we seeing similar issues that we saw last year? If we are, those are patterns that need to be sorted out. And if they're not sorted out, well, we got to ask some serious questions. Let me know what you guys think anyway, though, down in the comment section down below. As always, if you do want to get involved in the next hot take video, then make sure you follow my Twitter or check the community tab on the channel where we will be uploading content. This is a little pre-recorded video. As you can see, I'm wearing the same t-shirt as I was yesterday. This is because I'm going to be away this weekend. So if any of you legends have made it to the end of the video, first of all, comment, grill a sandwich, in the comment section down below, just so we know you're there. But I'm not going to be here this weekend. There's going to be no watch along. I am going away for my birthday. I'm going to be in a different country, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to do that. So we are going to be back with the content on most likely either Sunday or Monday, but I will have another pre-recorded preview video coming out on Friday. Unfortunately, I won't be there with you guys this weekend. I'm gutted about that, but I will see you as soon as we're back to dissect all of the Leeds United, everything that happened around Leeds United on the weekend, and of course your hot takes from the game are going to be addressed as soon as we get back as well. So make sure you follow my Twitter and the YouTube community tab. For now, guys, I will see you about it soon, and well, I'm about to see you.